What's up, my beautiful Maine-iac here. In this weekend, we are doing a prediction series for the 2018-19 season, including playoff results, Super Bowl winner, and everything, the whole shebang. But right now, we're getting this started off today, Wednesday, by doing award predictions like I try to do for every sports league every year. And I am often incorrect, but I do not give a fuck. Now, I'm gonna do defensive rookie of the year for both conferences, offensive rookie of the year, defensive player of the year, offensive player of the year, MVP, and coach of the year. Now, comeback player of the year, I'm not gonna really do. I'm not gonna really do because there's a lot of criteria that can fit in: injury, suspension, no injury, more not, bad year, a great year, stuff like that. But we start with defensive rookie of the year. So let's go to the AFC Defensive Rookie of the Year. As you can see, this is Madden simulation, so you can just look at who they have predicted, or at least I just simulated one season. It's different every time. I have Derwin James representing AFC for Defensive Player of the Year on the Chargers. I think he's a solid addition. I think he has a tremendous season, and I think if the Chargers are to make the playoffs, this kid needs to step up, and he has the capability to step up for sure. I think he's one of those pieces. He could realistically have 80 plus tackles and 5 plus interceptions. I feel like it's going to be a good year for him if he can stay healthy. And then for defensive rookie of the year for the NFC, I have Daron Payne of the Washington Redskins. Now, he was one of my favorite defensive line prospects going into the draft. He can be solid in the run game, solid in the pass game. I think he'll have a good breakout year. Not Aaron Donald type, but I believe he'll have decent tackle for loss numbers, maybe a couple sacks, good tackle numbers, especially for his position. I think he'll definitely be in contention. And for offensive rookie of the year for the NFC, I have DJ Moore of the Carolina Panthers. I think he can realistically post an 1,100-yard season, relatively nice. Maybe around 75, 80 catches. I think he'll have about 5, maybe 7 touchdowns, somewhere around there. I think he can have a breakout season with Cam Newton, especially with I believe Cam Newton will be. I think with Cam Newton, I think he'll rely on his arms more as he gets more years on him. So I think this isn't necessarily the start of that, but I do think having an offensive weapon like that to pair with Christian McCaffrey and Greg Olsen, I think is definitely the start of it. And for the AFC Offensive Rookie of the Year, I have Sam Darnold of the New York Jets, who, as you can tell, doesn't even rank on here. Probably an injury, who knows. But anyway, I think Sam Darnold will do good. I think if he starts right away for the Jets, I think he can get probably 6 or 7 wins. Who knows? It all depends on the team around him, and if people can stay healthy, and that. So this is a pretty good rookie class. I'm excited to see how these young guns handle it, and it'll be definitely interesting to see. For Offensive Player of the Year for the AFC, I have Deshaun Watson coming off of injury. I think he'll have a great running season, great passing season. I think he'll score a lot of touchdowns. He might have a lot of turnovers, and that might hurt him, but you know what? I think the defense got better, and I think with a better defense, there's going to be less pressure on him, and I think he'll have fun out there, and that's just something that is going to be beautiful to watch, and it should be definitely beautiful to see. For the NFC, my vote for Offensive Player of the Year for the NFC is Todd Gurley, running back of the Los Angeles Rams. I think he was in MVP competition or conversations last year. I think for sure he has a great season. I think he improves his pass catching numbers. He has more weapons on offense with the addition of Brandon Cooks. He has a lot more weapons on the defensive side as well, which is vitally important for a running back, because if you have the lead because of a great defense, more often than not, you're going to be running the ball a lot, and I think that's going to benefit Gurley. I think he's definitely in the Offensive Player of the Year conversation, especially. Different conversations, but I'll get to that in a second. For Defensive Player of the Year for the NFC, I have the Los Angeles Rams winning back-to-back awards with Aaron Donald, the sack master himself, working on a new contract currently. but I think he's gonna have a monster season. Maybe 10 to 12 sacks, maybe. But he is gonna go on a tear. Whether it's because he didn't get paid, or whether it's because he got paid and he wants to prove he's worth it. I just think he has that motivation in him, and he's gonna do amazing things. For the AFC, I struggled with this one a little bit. There's a couple of players who can very well win Defensive Player of the Year, and it's funny because out of my last 5 people I was narrowing it down to in my head, 2 or 3 of them came from the same team. And my pick, because I kind of wanted to go with someone who not a lot of people might have winning it, but still keep it realistic. I picked Jalen Ramsey of the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think he's a tremendous secondary player. The pressure he puts alone at the quarterback, whether it's making it so he doesn't throw to him or just intercepting the ball, that defense is just nasty. I think he's going to have a great season, and I think he'll win Defensive Player of the Year. And he doesn't need help boosting his confidence, so there is that. He definitely does not need help boosting his confidence, but you know what? Good for him. I hope he does win it. He's a great young player. He's so fun to watch. And then for Coach of the Year, I have Doug Marrone. Now, this relies on one prediction, at least for me, to hopefully come true, and that is Blake Bortles improving. Blake Bortles must improve. And it looks like he has one of the most talented defenses in the league, and he has an improving running back with TJ Yeldon, and he has Leonard Fournette. Obviously, that he improved that offensive line through the offseason as well. So I think this is his year. If Doug Marrone's going to win it, his best chance is going to be right now. Now, as you can tell from here, just alone, the other candidates are also very likely candidates. It's anybody's game until the year's over, especially with Coach of the Year, because just one injury can change it. Because let's say the Falcons lose Julio Jones to an injury, but Dan Quinn gets him over the hump and they still win a tremendous amount of games. That could put him in favor there. Now, for MVP, I mentioned it a little bit earlier. You can probably tell where I'm going with this, but for MVP, quarterbacks win it a lot. Last year, Brady won it. Wentz was probably the favorite early on in the season, but I'm going to have to go with Todd Gurley himself out of the LA Rams. I was tempted to go with Le'Veon Bell here, but with Le'Veon Bell, I think he suffers from, I should say, the Mookie Betts, JD Martinez, also Steph Curry, Kevin Durant curse kind of thing, where if you have 2 really, really great players, it's hard to tell who brings more value than the other. And I think with Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell, they don't offset each other, but they kind of both create conversation and kind of gets distracting from each other at least. Now, I picked Todd Gurley because I believe he's going to improve his receiving game. And like I said before, when I was talking about Offensive Player of the Year for the Rams, I believe they're going to have leads often. Quite often, in fact. And I think having leads quite often, I think he's going to be able to run his mind off. I think he's very capable of having a 2,000-yard season this year. He has tremendous luck. No, well, not luck. But he so far has done well with staying healthy, which is tremendous. And, you know, he was basically the competition for MVP last year for Tom Brady. So I think he definitely has a really good chance of winning it this year. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Well, if you watched it, I should say. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section down below. Might as well call this a comment section question of the day. Who do you think is going to win the award? And specifically, if you only want to answer one, let me know who you think is going to be the Rookie of the Year or the MVP. And let me know, actually, this is the common question. Let me know which rookie, yes, rookie, has the best chance to be an MVP candidate this year. And yes, I don't know if a rookie has ever won MVP, but if it's going to happen this year, let me know who the most likely candidate is. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.